Boom! Whap! Snap! He was like a superhero on that run.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Lambeau. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Running right, Jones. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. He finds his man, Sky Moore. He's got room past the 30. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. But they run the option here on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them. And I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Finding Knox there, complete. Finding space at the 40. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown. Dawson Knox, 75 yards. And the Bills are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and long.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Murray now. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. That goes for 15 yards on the fake. And a lot of fist pumps right now on that sideline. Here's Murray. And that's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And his throw is incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
This is caught at the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
These two teams all tied after one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now Murray again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got him.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Going quickly out wide to Moore.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll run with Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Chubb will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo.
They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
24 down, he's coming. Hey, no timeout.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
36.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing now is Murray. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And Murray's going to keep this.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Gibson will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Jones again on second down. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover back.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He hits Dobbs on the crosser, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
On first down, it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. Now Watson. Got his open man, it's Carr. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll go down at the 28.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On first and 10, Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick.
The 30. 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Packers take over first down here at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 50, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And again, it's Chubb. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Gibson.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Play fake. Murray rolling to his left.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On play action, it's Murray. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Drops it off for Chubb. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Murray flips this forward on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. It'll be Murray on the keeper. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Tyler Bass with the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the gun, Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
On 1st down, Watson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Bills are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, no time now.
Now it's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Gregory Rousseau make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
From his goal line here, Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They run it again with Chubb. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. A give running right is Chubb, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From from the shotgun to give to Jones.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Watson.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43. Watson off play action. To the right side, and he's got more complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Watson on first down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Bills, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Packers, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.